Days after the White House ended their controversial family separation policy targeting immigrants entering the United States through Mexico, Congressman Eliot Engel, joined by New York City Councilmember Andy King and other federal and local elected leaders, gathered to throw their support behind a new federal bill that looks to immediately reunite families with the assistance of the State Department.
As good as this facility is, it's not as good as being with your mom and your dad.
It's unconscionable that in a day and era where we talk about unity and tolerance for everyone, that this occupants of the White House thinks that it's okay.
It's called the Central American Family Protection and Reunification Act that looks to reunite over 2,300 children nationally separated at the border, with an estimated 240 from our area, with about 20 here at Ground Rising on Hawthorne Avenue on the border of Riverdale and Yonkers. That's where leaders held a press conference.
For the last roughly 18 months, we've had nothing but unbelievable things coming out of Washington. This presidency is a presidency of breaking norms that we've all come to expect. And I might add, Republicans as well as Democrats have really been surprised to horrified based on the way he's operated.
We don't blame this institution for it. They provide good care from everything we can observe.
The bill, authored by Congressman Engel, Congressman Adriano Espaillat, and Congresswoman Norma Torres, is requiring the State Department, through embassies in El Salvador, Honduras, and Guatemala, immediately reunite families. It also obligates the Secretary of State to report to Congress on their progress. Calling these countries the Northern Triangle, the legislation wants to go further by requiring reporting from the State Department on gender-based violence and the challenges to successfully prosecute perpetrators, and counteracting Attorney General Jeff Sessions' decision to reject claims of domestic violence as grounds for asylum. Leaders here want the Secretary of State to join ambassadors at large for global women's issues to develop a strategy for reducing gender-based violence and gang-related violence in these areas. They also want to create an Office of Victims and Crimes Committed Against Individuals removed from the U.S. and State Department, while providing a plan to address the psychosocial and health impact the separation policy will have on Central American children.
We want to keep the pressure on until this policy is ended once and for all, and that we have reversed some of the things that have already been done.
The bill introduced on Friday is an urgent step on the part of lawmakers here to see that these children here at Rising Ground and in other parts of the U.S. are reunited as soon as possible with their parents. For BronxNet, this is Arlene Makoko.